Hey folks, today we are here with another review. Today I'm in the mood of smoking a Bolivar Belicoso Finos, known as a Vitola Campagna. 5.5 length, 52 ring gauge. Believe the release date is in 1996 if I'm not mistaken. Known one of the most full-bodied cigars in all Cuban cigars. Technically it's one of the best in the Bolivar line as well. Some people will argue it's the Royal Corona, but at the end of the day it's a matter of a choice, a personal choice. So we're gonna cut line, light, smoke, and give our opinion on this one. So stay tuned, folks. Great draw. Actually, widen the draw a little bit more. I like it more. I have just a bit more smoke volume when I draw. I like that better. So perfect draw, no problem. A bit of spiciness right now, but we'll hold on to that. More thoughts on the flavors and all that stuff. So right now, draw is perfect. We're just gonna smoke, and we'll give our thoughts on it once we hit the first third. So stay tuned. Back with the first third, a bit notch higher than the first third. Enjoying it to the max. Very delicious, very tasty. The spice kick, it's at the beginning. It's still lingering on the tongue. Leathery notes, earthy notes, obviously, some grassy notes. We're starting now. Once we are hitting the sweet spot of the cigar, which is the second third, we can feel that there's some cocoa. You know, this taste of cocoa or coffee beans perhaps. Just still started to work out right now to get some. So there's a bit of complexity in it. A truly full-bodied Cuban, even though Cubans are known to be more on the medium side of things, but this one I'd have to say is a bit more on the medium full type. I like it, honestly. It's one of my favorites. I love to age them. This is about 2.5 years old, or maybe 2 years old. About 2 years old. Still enjoying it. Still amazing. We'll work for a second, and we'll get back to you on more thoughts. Such an amazing smoke. Such an amazing smoke. Pepper mellows down. You still feel it. The hints of cocoa, the hints of coffee, roasted beans are there. There's there's a lot of complexity, honestly. Though this cigar, it's honestly one of my top Bolivars that I've ever smoked. There's a lot of complexity. There's even some sort of floral notes that I'm hitting with the mix of those cocoa and coffee beans. Obviously, the leathery kind of mellows a little bit down also. But this is the sweet spot of the Belicoso Finos. Enjoyable, very, very, very good. The burn is great. There's no issues there. As I said, the draw is there. There's also the sense of creaminess also. At the last, you can say at the end of the first third to the second third, there's creaminess, woody cream type of notes, and you feel it also. So pretty darn good, honestly, pretty darn good. So let's finish up and see how it ends up. Finishing up my Belicoso Finos, top notch. Some people will argue, some people will contradict, some people would say maybe not, but to me, one of the top Bolivars there is. Some people will say, well, Royal Corona is one, perhaps this is second. Again, at the end, it's a personal choice. Get back to the tasting notes. The leathery kind of like showed up again. Those cocoa notes are still there, but they're fading out. The pepper, you would feel it, not on the tongue, you still feel it through the retrohale. The floral notes are still there, believe it or not, through the last third. Very enjoyable stick from the beginning to the end. Flavors, plethora of flavors, honestly. It's just very complex, a lot of flavors, very tasty. It is not cigar for beginners. It is not a cigar for you to stay. I'm going to debut with a Bolivar Belicoso Finos, perhaps not one of the most full-bodied, one of the most, you could say, one of the strongest Cubans is there on the market. You might not feel it, but it is not a morning smoke. Perhaps that I should say that. So there it is. There is your Belicoso Fino from Bolivar. Very nice. Thumbs up. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll see you soon in another episode.